Hey guys, it's Lauren here. Today we're going to do something different. We're not going to be putting lights out on the outside of the house. We're going to add something to the inside of our house. So a little bit different product. It's not going to be normal 12 volt pixels run by a controller, controlled and programmed through X lights. But my wife wanted to add some color to our revolving flock tree that's inside the house. It's got some pre-built lights in it that are white or red, green, blue. No real functionality to it. The wife kind of wanted to add some pinkish tones to the tree this year, so we thought we would try out this brand new Govee Christmas String Light made for Christmas trees. It's 66 feet long. Hopefully it will be enough for our 7-foot tree. We'll find out when we get to wrapping it. We might need to order a second strand. But with that, hopefully you'll enjoy this journey, and we'll take you through the process from the unboxing to the putting it on the tree to working with the app a little bit. And then, of course, if you have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section. We'll make sure to answer every question that pops up to the best of our ability. We'll also put a link in the description to where you can get this product yourself. All right, here we go. All right, so let's just jump into what you get in the box. Of course, all Govee products have usually very nice packaging, but the things that come in the box, there is your power plug. It's a smart plug that kind of controls all the magic, connects via Wi-Fi to your app, like all the other Govee products do. So that part has the same functionality to it, as well as here is the strand of lights in the cord. It does say that it's a 66-foot long strand, but it's not actually 66 feet of lights. It's 62 feet with 4-foot extension. So you do have some room to go from a plug to your tree, depending on how your setup is in your house. Also, 2 lines coming out from the power, then 3 lines coming out from the controller, because that's where your data is that 3rd line. And then when it comes up to here, it has 5 lines coming out of it. And that's because there are another 2 power lines that are going to shoot all the way out to the end of the string and reconnect at the very end for power balancing, which is how they're going to keep the power consistent throughout the whole long strand of these 5-volt seed type pixels, so the color is very consistent. Most of their products are a little bit higher voltage. You can see here the little seed pixel. Hopefully you can see that okay, and that's what is throughout the entire strand. So hopefully 66 feet will be enough to do our tree. They do have a little recommendation on how to wrap it for the strands there. As you can see, we're actually going to go kind of up the middle of each branch and down with our lights, and hopefully we can cover it, but I have a feeling we're going to probably need a second strand to make this work correctly. So I thought too, before we go downstairs, we just kind of plug it in here so you can just kind of see it go through its ramp up stage. It's going to go through all the colors, and then it's going to start to just rotate through, and you can see the seed pixels individually through the process here. Get the main light out of the way so you can just see the pixels themselves. And there you go, kind of what they look like there. The color does seem to reflect a little bit through the silver cord. Not sure how the cord will show up on our tree. It's flock, so it should blend in a little bit better, but I know on a green tree, if you didn't have a flock tree, it might be a little more apparent, this wiring. So with that, let's go ahead now and jump downstairs. Okay, so there it is with the lights on the tree. Tree's not turned on yet. You will see it start to twirl, as we do have a twirling base, but you really can see the wires when the tree's not lit up, and you can see them pretty well when it is lit up if you wrap it the way that they suggest you wrap it. So every time you turn the lights on, it'll go through a cycle, and then whatever the last program was that you put it on is what it will come back to if you set it up to do that. I mean, you could color off the lights, but I still can see the lines, which really I think takes it away. So I'm going to hopefully put a picture in the top right hand corner of what we did when we first started setting this up. We got the 62 feet, 'cause it's not really 66 feet, of lights on just a third if we actually weaved it in and out on the branches like a typical normal tree that's lit up is going to have. Much better look and appeal. So we actually have ordered a second strand. And now that you've seen it, what it looks like with one strand on it, I'm going to go ahead and take all these lights off, re-string it with two strands. And when that process is done, I'll kind of show you that look, and you can kind of make your own decision as to what you want to do on the tree. Granted, our tree is a little bit fatter, so it did take up a lot of the lights on the bottom couple of rows. The skinnier your tree, it's probably made this strand for maybe a 6-foot tree. This is a 7-foot tree, so 6 foot and a little bit skinnier probably would have looked a little bit better with the dispersion of the light. So those are our thoughts on how they've got it kind of wrapped from the picture and what I've seen a lot of other videos display. So we're going to show you a different view next. Thanks. Okay, so there we have it with two strands on, and not the kind of line effect. We've got one of the scenes, which is called Action from the movie. There's like over 99 different scenes that you can program this tree into. With two strands, it's kind of you have to go to each string and change each one. But if you do turn the power off and turn it back on, they'll both be synchronized to whatever scene you have and start at the same time and end at the same time, which will be helpful. So just kind of show you some of the different scenes. This one will just be taking place on the top, and then I will move the bottom one to it also, so it kind of matches in. Let's do one that's kind of moving here. How about Festival? And we'll do Christmas, which is kind of a funky one there. And then we'll put it on the bottom one also. And Christmas on both. So definitely a lot going on there, but I like the fact you don't see the wires much, and it's more uniform by doing that process. I'm now going to put it back to where we had it, and this is a pre-lit tree, so I'm going to show you what it's like to have this has a choice of being white or red, green, blue. And so we're going to put the white on with like the pink kind of twinkling around it, and you'll be able to see what that looks like in a two-tone effect. All right, so on this one, we've got the tree fading on and off its white lights, which are built into the tree. Just to give you a kind of like two-layered effect that you could do if you're using a pre-lit tree. So a lot of great things you can do. All we have left now is just to kind of decorate the tree. And we're also going to use the same lights on our mantle. So when this is all put together, when my lovely wife Tracy gets done decorating, we'll show you the final pièce de résistance, and hope you guys like it. Thanks for sticking around. So everything's decorated, and we're ready to power everything on. And like I mentioned earlier, I believe, as long as you've set whatever color scheme or scene, the memory on the device, if you've turned it on through the app, will save that information. So when you hit the switch and power everything on together, it will go through a couple of cycles and then jump right into what you set it on, which ours is the movie Action is what this scene is, which was pink with some white twinklies, which was perfect for our setup. I know some people too will probably ask us, where did you get the tree stand? And it's actually just a rotating stand. I'll put a link in the description so you can get that. It only works with artificial trees, but pretty much most artificial trees will fit into it. You can't use a real tree in it. So I also like to thank my wife Tracy for a wonderful job at decorating the tree once I got the lights on it. The tree, of course, is two 66-foot strands, which are really 62 feet of lights. and it did an adequate job in covering it without showing too much of the wires, because we've kind of looped them through the branches, which is a nice touch. And then, of course, on the mantle, we have the same string of lights, but just a 33-foot strand, which was plenty to do the mantle and the wreath, which has a really nice touch. And of course, we do have some garland underneath there that's got some white lights, just like we have the tree with the pre-lit and the white. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the white lights on the tree and give you a couple random different color patterns all set up so you can kind of see what some of the different color effects are through the app.
I wanna take you back in time. All of our neighbors' twinkling lights, all of our youthful eyes so bright. We'd never seen the sky so wide. And I just want that winter feeling. Very merry, happy holiday. Close your eyes, I wish it never go.
Well, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you got some good information out of that, how you might use the Govee product for some of your interior holiday decorating. I know we were really pleased that we upped the strand to 2 strands, did a much better job of covering the tree, really didn't care for the spiral effect wrapping around, not very natural looking. Also, the smaller strand did a great job on the mantle up there. So all in all, we're very happy with the product. We'll make sure and put links in the description down below. So if you want to get the Govee product, or maybe the spinning Christmas tree stand, you'll be able to access it very easily. I also want to thank my wife for doing an amazing job on decorating for us. It's not even Halloween. We got our tree up too soon. It's never too soon for Christmas. So thanks for your time, guys. Please make sure and like and subscribe. It really does help out our channel, and we will see you throughout the holiday season with some of our content. Thanks.